Hi everyone, hope you're doing well. So for this video, two big themes for this year that I wanted to talk about. I've seen a number of videos myself talking about this stuff, so I just wanted to give my take on it. So the two words or the two themes are Endurism and destruction lust. So key themes for the year for humanity generally, and certainly in my life, I can refer to many times where, what is endurism? It's enduring and enduring the same thing over and over again without any real change. And it becomes, insufferable, but you're still doing it, keep on keeping on. And the result of this energy sometimes is destruction lust, where people become so frustrated with either their own life or, personally, or what they're seeing in the world, and they put up with it for so long and they just can't take it anymore. And so it seems like the only pathway, when you're in that energy, the only path out of that is to have things break down and crash down, and use words like, yeah, there's an apocalypse, it's all going to come crashing down, everything's going to fall apart. And they're right to a point that things do need to dissolve so that new things can form. But just like with anything else in life, it's where we're coming from, right? It's our energy, where we're coming from when we think about this stuff and when we feel into it, that dictates the outcome for us in our perceptual awareness of our reality, right? We're all creators of our reality, and we're all looking, we've all got our own unique perspective and our own unique experience of the world. So it feels to me like this is a really important thing to keep in mind as we go through the year, so that we, if possible, we can step out of endurism, or a big chunk of it that we've been going through in our lives. And I'm sure that as we do that, and I know this from my own experience, the more we do that for ourselves, the more our perception of the world around us changes. It becomes lighter, and I guess really this is obviously a part of enlightenment. It's like we learn to dissolve and remove the form from things that just don't serve us anymore. And then now, things lighten up, things get easier. And obviously there are more challenges along the way, but, if we can really learn lessons and put things to bed, then we don't need to repeat them. So my feeling on this, for anyone watching, is like, look at where in your life you are enduring something that just is, you just know you can't do anymore. And that means you've got to have some real, frank conversations with yourself, honest, open conversations with yourself and with other people in your life, to really look at that and say, where am I enduring? Where is it causing me stress? Where is it just making my life depressing, or just, impossible? And yet I'm just keeping on. And I need to communicate this stuff now. I need to make a change. So it feels to me like that's a big part of what this year is going to be about, is people walking along that bridge because they know they have to. It's like the tipping point has been reached. So very much a personal angle that I'm giving there, and I can feel many people will be going through this, and myself included, actually, like in terms of my life. And perhaps I know there are areas where I'm enduring, and where I want to change that so that I am lighter and happier and more at ease and less stressed, more contented, more joyful. But that requires me to be more open and honest with myself and communicative, and having that better relationship with myself, but then also with other people, like the people that are important in my life. It's necessary, and I can feel that it's an evolving thing that we have to keep doing. And then we can have, by the end of this year, some really good outcomes. But the alternative is that we get trapped in this, negative, lower frequency of it, and then we get trapped in this destruction lust. And we've seen that, right? We've seen it with, like, Brexit was a massive destruction lust, I think, which I was actually, part of at the time. I was much more asleep then. But you know, I've definitely learnt from that. But you know, there are many others too. You know, elections of certain people, you know, in positions of power globally, to get rid of other people, and you know, sometimes that can be really destructive, sometimes not. It's very complicated, right? But there are many examples of where, perhaps on a, you know, a more personal level, where we'll do something in our lives that is in some way destructive, you know, and actually is might cause us quite a few problems, but we do it because we're so tired of just treading the same piece of carpet and it's worn out, we can't do it anymore. So it's that journey, isn't it, in our minds and in our heart, where it's like, well, I'm going to move away from that endurism and the resulting probable destruction lust, and the consequences of that, and I'm going to move more towards a better relationship with myself, more honesty, openness, you know, less enduring, more peace, you know, definitely, you know, reduction in stress. We all need to bring our stress levels down, you know, and have a more peaceful way about us. There are many different mechanisms to help bring that forward, but it was just an important. I wanted to get into that a little bit because I can really feel that, you know. Obviously, some people have already worked through this stuff and they're not going to be feeling it so much. But I know some, you know, many, I can just feel it. It's in the air, right? It's like, I can feel like January is like this incubation period where things are quite gentle. And then as we get into February, things are really going to get full on. So we've really got to get clear about what we need to do, you know, in the early part of this year, certainly. And get clear about what we want out of life. You know, how do we want our life to be? You know, write it down, map it out, do drawings, you know, like get it all up in lights, you know, get clarity about how you want your life to be, the people that you want in it, you know, the kind of relationships you want to have, the kind of work that you want to do, you know, the kind of places that you want to live, the kind of friends that you want to have, you know, your day-to-day routine, what do you want that to look like? All of this stuff that they tell us that we need to do. Well, this year we really need to do it because there's power this year to really create or destroy. So what do you want to do with it? Do you want to create or do you want to destroy? You know, I can relate to the destroying because I've done plenty of that in my life, you know, feeling that I had no other choice but to let things burn to the ground, you know, and then I could build back up again. But I'm starting to realise now that no, I don't need to destroy and I don't need to burn to the ground. Certain things sometimes need to dissolve, but actually there's a much kinder, compassionate, gentler, more peaceful way to bring about change in my life. And most of that is to do with the, you know, working on having a better relationship with myself and all of the work that goes into that. So yeah, that was the message for the day. I don't think I'm going to do any cards today, but I just wanted to get that out there because it's like it feels to me like we really do have more power this year. So I would say, you know, use that power to create the life that you want instead of going for the destruction lust, because yeah, it's icky. Anyway, I hope that was helpful. If you want to know more about what I do, info's on the website, okay. Contact me through there if you want to. But yeah, that's it for this video. Hope you liked it. I'll see you on the next one.